Okay, today's lesson is going to be taken from 4-1 C and D. We're going to combine those two lessons. It's probably going to be a series, so I'll break the videos up into parts. But the first question that I want to do, we're basically solving equations. Before we actually go into the, yeah, we'll do it that way. Let's just go straight into the examples. The first example I want to do is number 1 on my paper. You don't have these questions, so you can just copy them down. And it's v minus 10 equals negative 9. Julian, can you type this in? I'm recording. So v minus 10 equals negative 9. Sorry for any background noise that you may hear. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the equation into two parts. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to locate the variable, and I'm going to ask myself, what did they do to the variable? They subtracted 10. So what I'm going to do is add 10. So basically you just do the opposite. They subtracted 10 from V, so you're going to add 10. So now you do negative 9 plus 10 in your calculator. Negative 9 plus 10, and V equals 1. And that's your final answer. That's all you have to do. Okay, let's try another question. Okay, the next question is x over 5 equals 2. So again, you're going to divide your equation in two, where the equal sign is, and then ask yourself the question, here's the variable x, what did they do to x? They divided it by 5. Remember, anytime you see a fractions are the same thing as division. So this really reads x divided by 5. So if they divided by 5, we're going to multiply by 5. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. So x equals 10, and that's how you solve it. So it's pretty simple. These are all one-step equations. I'll do a couple more, then we'll go on to the two-step equations. Number 3, let's do this one. 22 equals negative 11k. So you ask yourself again, what did they do to the k? They multiplied it. I'm sorry, let's divide our equation. What did they do to the k? They multiplied it by negative 11, because this means negative 11 times k. So they multiplied k by negative 11. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So you're going to divide by negative 11. All right, and when you divide 22 divided by negative 11, you get k equals negative 2. 22 divided by negative 11 is negative 2. Okay, I think we've pretty much got that. I'll do one more like that. The one-step ones are pretty easy. And it says negative 8 equals p minus 13. So again, I divided my equation in two where the equal sign is, and I locate my variable, which is p. I'm going to ask myself, what did they do to p? They subtracted 13, so I'm going to add 13. I'm sorry, moving too fast. They subtracted 13, so I'm going to add 13. They subtracted 13, and so I'm going to add 13 on the other side. So it's like you're balancing out the equation. So negative 8 plus 13, P is going to equal 5. That's negative 8 plus 13. Okay? And I think that's pretty much it. Now let's go on to two-step equations.